Good morning, students. You can call me Darth Vader, or if you prefer, Anakin Skywalker. I am here to teach you how to see the future. Settle down, class. You are all weak and pathetic. You are not worthy to be my students. And yet, here we are. I have been asked by the Professor Xavier, to teach you about seeing into the future. Most of you in here have some pathetic level of precognizance, the ability to see into the future, whether you are psychic, magic, whatever. You can see into the future. But you know how unreliable it is, don't you? You know that you can't depend on it. But I can. I am a living wielder of the dark side of the Force. And as such, I am able to see the future. I see what you're asking. If I can see the future, then how could I ever be hurt? How could I ever be injured? Bold of you to assume that has ever even happened to me. But regardless, let me tell you, anyone can still be injured even if they can see the future. If you took out a blaster right now and shot someone, and they knew you were about to do it, would they be able to get out of the way in time? Probably not. So, how does one stop calamity? Well, personally, I like to use my favorite weapon, the lightsaber. The lightsaber is specially bonded with its owner. We Dark Force users corrupt the Kyber crystal inside to take full mastery of the blade. But how? If you took out a blaster now and shot it at me, how? No, I see you pulling it out. Go ahead, shoot. Again! Again! Pathetic. Now, the reason that I can do that is because the Force tells me exactly where to place the blade at the moment that it happens. Not only that, but with skill, and I do have a lot of skill, I can actually send the blaster bolt back at my opponent. It is one of my favorite things to do. My grandson sometimes likes to catch the blaster. I personally think that's showing off, but we are talking about seeing the future. So we want to talk about two different kinds of seeing the future. The first is simply the moment. That is what we are talking about here. The moment when the bolt is coming, the bullet has been fired, the explosion is going off. That is when you must tap into your resources and know what is happening the moment before it does. How do you do that? Well, none of you pathetic mutants have the Force. So you can't do what I do, but I can still help you. How? must begin to feel the feeling. Each of you has had it. The one who is known as Spider-Man, perhaps most of all, but as he is not here, you must make do. You will feel an itch, a clawing, a clambering at your brain. And what you must do is you must learn where that sensation grows the most. Think everything around you as being covered with tiny spider webs. And this one here is plucking just a little bit louder. Yes, I want you to grab hold of that one. Now, it might be simply you diving out of the way. It might be using your mutant abilities to teleport, or, like my grandson, even stopping the incoming blast. Whatever it is, you will learn to feel that and interpret it. It is not enough to be aware that you are about to be hit. You must know when exactly and where exactly. And that is what our training will teach you. Now, again, as pathetic mutants, you do not have the ability to tap into the Force. The Force can also move my hand of its own accord when I am one with the Force. And that means that I know with great certainty my blade will block when the blast comes in. You have no such assurance. So what do? Die? No, not yet anyway. Show up late to my class and we'll have another conversation. What you do is trust your instincts. Even though you don't have the Force, you do have instincts. You know in your heart of hearts what to do, and the way that it comes forth is with practice. Yes, you were looking for something magical, but there's a reason why Jedi train since they are small children. There's a reason why a Sith Lord may apprentice for a decade under his master before becoming a full Sith. It is that practice, that binding of your instincts and your actions. You must train your physical body. What good does it do you if you know the blast is coming but you are not fast enough to move away? What good does it do you if the rock is coming at you and you do not have the strength to knock it aside? You must train your body. And we will work on that too. But before we end today's lesson, I want to touch on the other portion of seeing the future. And that, my friends, is even more powerful. Everyone talks about blocking blasts, dodging bullets, but being able to see into the future, that is the true power. Now, my old master Yoda would often say, difficult to see, the future is always changing. No one can see the future fully. Even your most powerful psychics, who are especially skilled at seeing into the future, cannot see it with full certainty, because it is ever changing. So what you will do is you will learn to meditate. You will learn to still your mind. Even though all things are possible, only some are likely. And those are the ones you will focus on. Is it possible that a giant grape could fall from the sky at this moment? Of course. We live in a universe of phoenixes and galactuses. But is it likely? No. And that is why you must learn to find those likely outcomes. Focus on them. Focus your will. And you will be able to use those in future combat by unnerving your opponents. When you tell them things that are going to happen, they can sense that it is true. Just like you are about to break your pencil. Pathetic. You are so easily manipulated. Now, all of you, form a line, and we will begin your training. Get out your blasters, or guns, or whatever you have. We are going to show you how to see the future, and you will learn from me, or you will die. Thank you for watching Roleplay Riot. This wonderful chess piece and belt is from a good friend of mine named Hound. Hello, Hound. If you would like to order something from my Amazon wishlist, go to roleplayriot.com, and that has my full Amazon wishlist. Thank you, and may the Force be with you.